Hey, what's up, y'all? It's BWADE. I am going to walk you through 5 of my favorite WNBA picks for Saturday. I'm going to walk you through the data and explain to you why I like these picks and why I have decided to put my money on them. There's always that factor of it being gambling. Anything can happen, right? So always bet responsibly. As great as these might look on paper, you never know what's going to happen. Now, looking at the picks that I gave out for today, the free ones, not great. We didn't cash either slip, and the thing is, I own it. I'm going to let you guys know how we do, win or lose. Yesterday, we hit 3 out of the 4 picks, and we cashed a slip. Profitable day. Today, it just didn't fucking go our way. It was a tough break, but I walk you guys through the data so that you know why we're taking the picks, and you can decide for yourself if you want to tail or not. Now, looking at VIP, if you guys want more picks and more opportunities to win money and you want to do this seriously and you really want to start making like a side income from sports betting, VIP is what you want to look at. We're 3-2 on game picks right now, but you look over the last week, we're up almost 8 units. You look over the last 30 days, we're up, I forget how many, I want to say like 18.6 units. Right, and you see that graph, that is basically what the VIP experience is like. We're going to be consistently going up and making money, but there's dips in there, right? And those dips are going to be days where we lose 1 or 2 units. They happen. Nobody's profitable every day, but we are consistently over time making money. You're also going to get a bunch of the player props in there as well. I've created 2 ways for you to get into VIP really cheap. First one, you sign up using code WNBA in the checkout. You get 80% off and you pay $5 for that first week. You're going to get every single pick for the next week for $5. You will not regret that decision one bit. And the other option, you just sign up with either of these apps, Parlay, Underdog, or any of the other apps below in the description. You sign up using my promo code, make a deposit, doesn't matter how much, and then you send me a screenshot on Instagram and I'll hook you up with the free week of VIP. Continuously getting DMs from guys that are making money, and I want to help you as well. On top of that, I have a package, the NFL full season VIP package. I'll tell you about that later in the video, but I have made an option for you guys. It's only going to be available until the end of the week, so you have 2 more days. You can lock in and get every pick till the end of the Super Bowl. So stay tuned for that. And then I also am giving away a signed Mike Tyson boxing glove this month. We do a giveaway every month. All you have to do to be entered is like this video, subscribe to this channel, and drop a comment. You do those 3 things, you'll be entered when I do that drawing in about a week. Alright, let's start getting into these picks. Alright, so we are starting out with Brianna Jones to go over 15.5 points and rebounds. And at first glance, it looks like she's hitting it 60% of the time, right, which is solid. And then you look, similar players or other forwards have gone over in 6 out of the last 8 games against the Liberty. So the Liberty defense has been a bit softer, and a piece of that is Stewart being out. And then the real piece to this is the difference between how she plays home and away, right? So we'll look at away first. She's averaging 16.9 points and rebounds per game, which is still above what we need here, 15.5. She's only hitting it 45% of the time. Now when we shift to home, it jumps to 23.4, so she's getting an extra 6.5 points and rebounds per game at home as opposed to on the road. And she's only missed this twice all season at home. It was to Minnesota, the best defensive team in the league, and then the Valkyrie, which is probably around 3rd. So, look, she's crushing this number at home. She's hit it in 2 out of 3 games against the Liberty this year. This one was on the road. She's hit it in both home games against them. Just love this play. And let's look. Yeah, so even going back to last year, she hit this in all 4 games against the Liberty. And that team hasn't changed much, right? So for the most part, she's going up against a lot of the same faces. She's only missed this once against them in the last year, and she literally hooked on it, and it was on the road. She's at home in this game. So love Brianna Jones. Then we're taking Alicia Gray over 4.5 rebounds. She's hitting this in 69% of games. She's only missed it 11 times all season. When we look head-to-head, she's crushed it against the Liberty. Now, the first game, she only had 5, so she just hit it. But the last 2, she's had 9 and 8 rebounds against them. She's gone over it in 7 out of 9 matchups against the Liberty. When we look at their rebounding against guards, they're giving up the 3rd most rebounds to guards in the league, so guards eat against the Liberty on the boards. And in general, she's crushing this against them. She's hitting it 69% of games. When we look at home games, she's only missed it 4 times at home against Minnesota, Phoenix, the Valkyrie, and Washington. So she's hitting it at 75% rate at home, 69% overall, 100% this year head-to-head, and 78% since last season head-to-head. Every single split looks good for this. Love Alicia Gray over 4.5 rebounds. And then we're going to wrap it up with Natasha Cloud over 9.5 points. So she has been super streaky this year, right? We can even open it up. There we go. So that's the whole season. And there was really, I mean, if you look at it like this, there was really just a drought there. After the first 3 games, she came out crushing it. And then she had like a 10-11 game just drought in the middle where she really couldn't hit anything, and then she started taking less shots. But since she's turned it back on, she's only missed this 5 times, and it's 21 games. So in the last 21 games, she's only missed this 5 times. And the thing is, when you look head to head, all 3 of these were actually kind of in that drought, but only one of them has been on the road. On the road, she dropped 20 on them. So she actually played better on the road against them. You look at similar players, and this is actually not just the same position, but players that are identified as being similar, right? So you got Burton, Tiffany Hayes, Erica Wheeler. 5 out of 8 have gone over. So the majority of similar players have gone over on their point line against the Liberty. You see, and this is kind of like all over the place. 2 of the ways she scores a lot, they're ranked dead last in, and then 3, they're ranked 1st or 2nd in. So I don't love that, but it's also not terrible. Pick and roll ball handlers do really well against them. But overall, she's only missed this 5 times in the last 21 games. I like her to get over this again. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 8.1x for this on Underdog. It's a great payout because they're giving us a 50% profit boost. Underdog continues to feed us some of the best promos in the game. I got a free pick last night on a Blake Snell. Of course, we hit the other 2, so that cashed for like 6x. They're giving us a 50% profit boost on this tonight. They give us either free picks or these huge profit boosts pretty much every day. And they have a great sign-up bonus. When you sign up using code BWADE, they're going to double that first deposit up to $1,000. Guys, it's a big number. You can basically put your whole bankroll on Underdog using code BWADE, and they will double it for you. It's one of the best offers you're going to get. It is free money. It's the easiest way to increase your bankroll. And when you send me a screenshot of that deposit, I will hook you up with a free week of VIP. It doesn't matter how much you sign up with. It can be $5 or it can be the full $1,000. Whatever you put on there, as long as you use my code and you make a deposit, I'll hook you up with the free week of VIP. You can tail all of our picks and continue to build that bankroll. Now, speaking of bankroll, guys, this opportunity for the full NFL season VIP package. When you go to my Winnable page, and there's a link for this down below in the description, you have my VIP program, which great deal, $25 a week, and that is going up for football season. You also have the free plan. But what I want to highlight with you guys is the VIP full season for the NFL season package, right? There's only 15 of these actually remaining. You can get in, and it's $2,000 for the whole thing, right? You are good until the end of the Super Bowl. Now, that might seem like a lot, right? $2,000. When you break it down to how profitable VIP is and how much money you are going to make during this NFL season, it gets a lot more, I don't know, I guess like real. So You look at how we've done over the past month, just on the game picks for, like, with MLB and WNBA going, we're up 19 and a half units, right? So say you're a $100 bettor, you put $100 per game, you'd be up $1,950 just for the last 30 days, and that's just on game bets, right? Now you look at the one a parlay game, or the one a parlay, like, 3-leg entries. We hit those just about every other night. You're getting 5x on those. We're probably going up 30 to 40 units a month on those. So even if you only put $50 on those, right? That right there is another $2,000 in a month. And then when you look at the player props, those go up and down. There's big swings there, but over time, we make 50 to 100 units on that. So even if you're only putting $20 on each of those, you're coming out up at least $1,000 at the end of a month. So we're looking at $3,000 to $4,000 in a month if you're tailing all of these plays. And that's just during MLB and WNBA season. As we get going, you're going to have football, college football, NFL. We're going to have NBA and NHL. All of those running, we are going to pump those numbers up. Guys, you're going to make $15,000 to $20,000 tailing these picks until the end of the Super Bowl, right? There's 6 months in there, maybe 7, where you get to tail all of these. And for $2,000, you get all of it, right? That's already a great deal. Now, what I'm telling you guys now is when you come in, and this is only going to be live until the end of the weekend, code CASH is going to take 75% off. So you can get in for $500. It looks like there's a $30 winnable service fee. Yeah, so it comes out to $530, but $530, and you are good until the end of the Super Bowl. Now, what makes it even easier to do is Winnable has an afterpay option where you can jump in and break that out over the next 6 months. So it literally only adds $10 in interest. That's all that gets added. And you make 6 payments over the next 6 months, and it's $85 a month. And you don't have to pay anything up front, right? So you get in, you get to start getting these picks and build your bankroll. And then every month you just peel $85 off your winnings, and it goes towards this. Guys, this is the deal of the century, and it's only going until the end of this week, right? There's only 15 packages left anyway, but if you want to get the 75% off with code CASH, sign up now. I think this afterpay deal, like, even if you have the money up front, why not spread it out and just pay the $10 in interest so that you can pay $85 a month for the next 6 months? You're not going to find a better deal anywhere. Tap in, sign up there, and join the team until the end of the Super Bowl. But let's get it, right? All right, let's get into these last 2 picks. I'm rocking with Asia Wilson over 22.5 points. This might have bumped to 23.5 on some apps, but I know it's at 22.5 on Parlay Play, and that's where I put this in on to be able to get that price. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is somewhat of just a feel. There's not a ton of data supporting it. She's gone over it in 6 out of the last 8 games, which is kind of what's pushing me in that direction. She's just been hot lately. She's been crushing teams. She's only missed this against Phoenix and then over here against the Liberty. And she missed it against Phoenix here because they won by 22. And, you know, her minutes got cut short and she probably wasn't playing as hard. But other than that, she's been crushing this number. Now, when we look head-to-head, she's missed it in both games against them, right? Both of them, she was at home. She had 22 and 15. They were both competitive games. So, like, there's not anything head-to-head really to go on here. Like I told you, I'm just going with the fact that, and you look, that's good to see. 5 out of the last 7 centers have gone over against them. Tina Charles just cooked them for 21, and she only had a 14.5 point line. We took that. But Asia Wilson over 22.5. This is a gut feel, and I like it, so I'm taking her over. And then this is probably my favorite pick of the night. Shakira Alston over 5.5 rebounds. Again, this might have bumped on some other apps. I know it's at 6.5 on Sleeper. It's at 5.5 on Parlay Play right now. She's hit this in she's only missed it 5 times since like the middle of June. So in 2 months, she's only missed it 5 times. Going up against Vegas, who gives up the second most rebounds to forwards. Forwards just eat against them on the boards. When we look at her head-to-head, she pulled down 13 and 8 rebounds against them in the 2 matchups. One on the road, one at home, so both bases covered. She is at home in this matchup, and when you look at her at home, guys, you have to go 2.5 months back to find a game where she missed this. And the only reason she missed it is because they won by 37 points, and so she only played 16 minutes, right? I have to imagine if she played the full time, she would have gotten at least one more board, which would put it back to the first 2 games, the only time she missed it. And she didn't play much to open the season. She started getting significant minutes later on. She hasn't missed this at home since. Again, I know it's at 6.5 on some other apps. I wouldn't really take it at 6.5, but at 5.5 on Parlay Play, I love this. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting over 3x for this on Parlay Play. I already told you guys, both of these lines have bumped on some other apps, so we're getting the better lines, and we're still getting over 3x on here. I love Parlay Play for a couple reasons. One, they have a ton of different stat categories, different props that are available for each player. But even more so, if a line is starting to bump and you see it on an app and you're like, damn, it already went up, I can almost guarantee you if you go back to Parlay Play, it hasn't bumped yet. They are the latest to move their lines, which is a huge advantage to us to be able to come in and get that extra value. And when you sign up using code BWADE, they're going to give you $5 for free, no deposit required. As soon as you sign up with code BWADE and make an account, they put $5 in there for you to play with. Check the app out, see if you like it. And then if you do decide to make a deposit, they're going to double that up to $100 as well. It's free money, guys. It's as easy as withdrawing the $100 from a different app that you use, putting it on Parlay Play with code BWADE. You get a free $100. You send me the screenshot. I hook you up with the free week of VIP. And you have this other app where you can get better lines and better payouts than most other apps, right? So check it out. It's a win-win. It seems like a no-brainer to me, but it's up to you guys. Whether you sign up on Parlay Play or Underdog or Sleeper, any of the apps below in the description, and send me the screenshot for VIP, or you just sign up using code WNBA and you get 80% off. Try it out, guys. Tap in with us. You will not be disappointed. Tons of guys already know, and we are building bankrolls. The name of the game right now is getting ready for football season. Build that bankroll so you have a good chunk to start playing with, because we are going to fucking wreck house during football season. I am so excited. I'm excited for you guys to get into VIP and start hitting these bets with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed Mike Tyson boxing glove. I appreciate you guys. Let's start the weekend off with a bang and let's get some fucking bread.